one of our videos here on YouTube. This is going to be a possible repair video on a Gallagher M200. These are kind of an oddball model that Gallagher came out with for like 2 years, or whatever it was, about 2023. It's probably back in like 2017-ish time frame. I'll look at the back of the unit here in a minute and see what the serial number is, but they were just a glorified M150 Gallaghers, all they really were. There's a different board in it with a little bit bigger capacitor set up on there, but the 90% of it's the same as the M150. It is missing those two little clear lenses that press into this case for the light bulbs to light up at, and they're both missing, so not sure about that. But this unit was built 2016, so that was 2016 when they came out with them, but they were only around for like a year or two, or whatever it was, until they used up all the stock of these. They were kind of just I don't really know what they were going on about with these things. They weren't around that long. The M150 board goes right in place of this one. I think the M150 board got updated electronically to an M200 board, even though the part numbers were identical for parts. Now, parts are getting kind of hard for the M150 model in general. The transformers are discontinued for them, which is shared with the M300 as well. So that's because it's been like 10 years since they built, or not 10 years, sorry. It's been, I think 2016, 17. It's probably last year that they built the M150. They came out with the M160, which is just a little pipsqueak of a unit. They came out with part of the little small mains, they call them, and they're kind of a throwaway unit. They don't make parts for me, though they're over $100 bill for a new one. But I gotta get the right bit to take this thing apart. So these have tamper-proof torque screws in them, because this is a UL listed unit. It says there's a UL stamp there, so UL, per their rules, for any AC model really, well, anybody's got UL, most of them that are UL listed are AC models in general, but they have to have non-standard screws in them. They can't have regular Phillips in there, so they second here and wrap this up. But this is, I guess, to slow people down. Pop this apart. Well, I'm taking much out of it. Yeah, but I can see this residue right here. And it's not coming off. See a 30 or 40 electric credits in that one. Okay. But anyways, there's like splatter down here. It's rubbing off the case, but it's not really showing up on my fingers very well. You can kind of see how I rub some of it away. Something's been hit by lightning, most likely. Let's pop this transformer off real quick and let's take a look at it. See any cracks in it. Overall, it looks okay. But let's... yeah. See the board burnt up right there, and it's burnt to these little traces that go all these little bitty doodad parts right there. So this board shot and burnt the traces up there as well. So yeah, lightning most likely got in on this thing, and I can really see the burnt stuff. See, there's a bunch there, there. Yeah, probably hit with a power surge, something like that. And that transformer may or may not be good. I imagine these little covers here, I thought maybe the customer might try to take them out, but you can get them out of there. Not too hard to get them out. I imagine when the lightning came in there, all that force behind that surge popped them, blew those things right out. So let's see if I've got another board here, because I imagine, you see it blew the fuse as well. I imagine the board, if none of that stuff was burnt up, I mean, these diodes and capacitors probably still good. Let me do a little sniffing around here real quick and see if we've got a board that will work in this. Trying to think. I mean, let me check one other thing real quick. Hey, can I have that meter back real quick? That yellow one. The thermal. This has got like a dual primary on the transformer. I don't remember which two are connected, but two of them are connected and the other two are connected. So it's got like a double layer primary on the transformer. It's like those two are connected, which is good. Must be these two that are connected. So the primary is fine. I don't know what the secondary side is supposed to read. They kind of vary from brand to brand. It's 24.5 ohm. That could be right for this transformer. I don't know. They kind of vary from model to model, brand to brand. They all read between like 5 and 30 ohms on average. Seems like the lower the ohms, the better the impedance on the transformer and performance on the output coming out joule-wise. All right, I don't have, my hopes are a little less now, seeing that this board is. I don't know if the M150 boards are around anymore. They may be. If we could take an M150 board, put it in here, we have to change out the capacitor to put this one on there. But those boards, last time I looked, they were over 100, like darn near $100 or whatever they were for a new one. And you can get an M160, which is not it's an okay unit, but you can't get parts for that little unit. And if it does fail outside of the warranty, and like $140 or 100 something dollars for it, so pay a little bit more and get a brand new unit. But I would probably switch brands and get a different one, just because you can't get any parts for those little Gallaghers. You can get knobs and power cord, and that's about it. But let me do a little sniff around here so I can find another board that will work for this unit. See if we can save the guy from having to buy a new unit, but he might end up having to. Alright, well, I did not have a M150 board or an M200 board, but the only other board you could get that would fit this unit correctly with the transformer and everything is the M300 Gallagher board, which I don't even know if they're still around. The M300 model's not around, but I don't even know if the boards are in stock anymore. They might be discontinued as well. And they're easily over $100 for that board. A brand new M300 or M360 would be that one, the new model today, and that's what is it, like a $250 unit where they are brand new. So what I've got here, this is a 2 stored joule unit, probably like 1.5 output joules. So I got thinking, like, well, I've got this little board here would technically fit. In this case, this is a 1 joule board. We might be able to possibly take the capacitors off, at least a couple of them, and increase the power out of this. Now, the only thing I don't know 100% on is that transformer, with it having this double primary type of thing. This board's only set for a single primary, but if I look at the back side of the board, let me look here. The transformer plugs across these 4 taps, you'll see, and they're not like, I think it was these 2 were tied together, and the 2 in the center were tied together, I believe. And you can, if you look at the traces there, like these 2 tied together, but you see the 2 center ones, they are not electrically, in order to do dual primaries, they're not electrically tied together on the board. So I don't think this, like, well, maybe I can jumper them together and bridge off of them to plug onto this board, and I don't think that's going to work. We can put a different transformer in there. I'm trying to save the guys some money, because this board's not that expensive. I can get a capacitor and put on there with, a main charge capacitor like this one's got. This one's built on the board. It has these little ones here that kind of grab to build the charge up to the big one, which is the same as this one. It's got these 4 big ones here that go through the diodes that build up to the main charge capacitor that would plug onto one of these 2 tabs there. And then the transformer would come off a couple of these tabs to go to the transformer to go to the output of your fence. So this board we could make work. Kind of Frankenstein looking unit, and then I think what I have to hope for, which I don't think this is going to work out, is being able to get the transformer down inside here, a transformer down inside here, that we could hook on to the output. We need to solder wires from the transformer over to these little tabs there, but if these two little metal things here that poke up, they normally go inside the transformer, like inside these little sleeves here. They slide up inside here. And if we can't get these, get that other transformer to work inside this case, we could probably remove these, pull these out, put some ring connectors on the transformer, or wrap the wire around the back side of this and tighten these nuts down so that way it holds the thing there. But I'd have to I got to look and see what I got, and then kind of get an idea in my head if we want to tackle this or not. And it's doable in theory, but I just don't know cost-wise if it's going to be worth it for the customer or not. If I was going to replace this unit or suggest a replacement, if he wants to go Gallagher again, I'd probably look at what's the identical power range. The M200 would be identical. It's a 2-store joule. It's actually an AC/DC model. Good little unit. I don't see them coming for a repair that often, but they're $300 plus or minus. And then there's the M360. Like I said, they're $200 plus for it, for that one. If you switch brands, I would suggest maybe a Power Wizard PW3000. That's a 2 output, probably like 3 or 4 stored. Very reliable little unit. We don't see those coming for repair at all, or hardly ever. And those carry a 2-year warranty, and they're under $200, brand new. You go get a Cyclops, or maybe a Parmac Super Energizer 5. That's a 2-joule output unit. They're like $175, brand new, 3-year warranty. So that'd be another good one to look at. Both that Power Wizard and that Parmac are both stronger joule-wise units than this one. It may not be as reliable as this one. If this one hadn't got hit by lightning, it'd probably still be going. But the a lot more cost-effective to buy, and the parts are a lot cheaper as well. And then there's also Cyclops, like a Cyclops, either Hero or Stallion. Both those are equivalent or stronger than this one is, joule-wise. And those carry a 1-year warranty. They're both those, I believe, are under $200. Or at least maybe the Stallion might be a little more than $200. I don't know. We don't sell them. But those would be ideas for the guy. But let me do a little gander over here and see what I've got for transformers. See what we may be able to make work inside this unit. Well, I do not have a transformer on hand that would work for this. I got transformers galore, but not one that will physically fit in this case. And so I don't know if, I honestly don't think it would be worth it. I mean, this board alone is like $40. And labor's like, we charge maybe like $15 labor to do it, so there's $55. Transfer's probably going to be like, $30-$40 as well. So there's like $80-$90 by then, and then shipping probably like $15 to ship it out the door. So yeah, we're creeping up there in price. You can spend a little bit more money, get a brand new. I probably would hold off on buying another Gallagher of this. Just if you guys, especially if you want, I mean, Gallagher's a good brand, but especially if you're trying to save some money. So I'd have to chat with the guy and see. But anyways, here's our information again. There are links down in the description below. If you'd like to click on it, go to our websites, fencerfixer.com and cattlescalerepair.com, where we talk about working on both Gallagher and Tru-Test low bars and scales, stuff like that. And if I'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'd be happy to for that. But we'll most likely call this one a wash, and if the guy go about his day and shop around, or maybe we can get him a new one of some sort, because we have access to sell if someone's ever interested. We'll sell a lot of stuff, but if someone's ever interested, we can get Gallagher, Parmac, and Power Wizard. Those are 3 brands that we have access to selling new. But there's so much competition out there for that stuff, both online and in store, in person, that we most times, about 99% of the time, just let people shop to their heart's content, because the margin on a lot of this stuff is not very good. You have to sell a lot of them to make any kind of amount of decent money at it. And since we would only sell a handful a year, cost, it's not worth the cost of what it is for some of the stuff to buy new versus what it is to buy at the wholesale price. So, anyways, thanks for watching our channel and watching another one of our videos. Until next time, see you later on. Have a good rest of your day.